Well, I thought it was a really disappointing England performance. Same old England, really. I think the problem started with the starting 11 that Gareth Southgate picked. The side just looked totally unbalanced. That starting 11, again, the same starting 11 as the Serbia game, had 3 right backs in it and no recognised left backs at all. And I think we really need to start talking now about ending the Trent Alexander-Arnold experiment. It just does not work having him in midfield next to Declan Rice. Yes, he's a brilliant player, but I don't think he's a central midfield player yet at this level. He's not what England need in the centre of midfield. I thought England were actually lucky not to lose this game because in the second half, Denmark were giving as good as they were getting. I think their manager may have told them to keep shooting from long range. I don't know how many people are aware, but a new ball is being used in this tournament. And Harry Kane was telling us a few days ago that the ball favours strikers and forwards rather than goalkeepers. I think it's lighter, it moves more, and that was a real feature of Denmark's game. So we're back where we are again, where we've been again so many times, talking about a disappointing England performance, when we should have been talking about England winning their first 2 Euro games in a row. That had never happened before. They could have done that today. And also, if they'd won, they would have been into the knockout stages already. They would have been guaranteed finishing first. It would have meant that against Slovenia, Gareth Southgate could ring the changes. But I think now there is a feeling that it's back to the drawing board for Gareth Southgate, because he's going to face a lot of criticism, because the bottom line is England weren't good enough today here in Frankfurt.
They went 1-0 up against Serbia and England took their foot off the gas. It seemed that similar happened tonight as well. Just from what you saw, could you see a noticeable difference from the way England played before they'd gone 1-0 up and after?
Well, I think they started really well. They scored a good goal. Kyle Walker, excellent, really tenacious, winning the ball on the right, putting the cross in. OK, it took a couple of deflections. Harry Kane was there. England got the perfect start. Kane scored his, 64th goal for England, his 47th goal of the season. But then he started to go wrong again. You could feel that England were sitting back. They were playing too deep. Their midfielders weren't getting to the ball quickly enough. They were giving Denmark too much room. And it's a feature of tournament football at this level, is when you score, the opposition are going to respond. And it's up to you to respond to their response as well. And we haven't been seeing that from England. When they score, they're not pushing on, trying to get the second goal. They're being too passive. I'm not sure if that is the fault of the players or that is the fault of the side that Gareth Southgate has picked, because it's unbalanced. England are very good down the right. Walker, Saka, that's where the goal came from. They're unbalanced, disjointed down the left. Kieran Trippier, he's a great player, he's a great right back, but the balance isn't quite right with having him as the left back, and the balance isn't quite right with having Phil Foden on the left either. And that's where Denmark's goal came from. It came from an England throw-in. Harry Kane was deep in his own half. He was being criticised for playing too far forward against Serbia. It looked like he was drifting in, coming back, trying to get involved in the play when he didn't really need to. He gave the ball away, and then we saw the England midfield too late to close down Morten Helmand. And his strike, good strike, beat Jordan Pickford, and that was the goal that Denmark deserved. And Denmark could have won the game. They had chances to win the game as well. So I think England will have to consider themselves pretty lucky to be leaving here with a draw, because they could have lost easily, and they're pretty lucky to still be top of the group, because that's 2 performances that haven't been great. And this performance, I think, was worse than the performance against Serbia, because at least against Serbia, the first half was very good.